on something where someone else takes care of the gas mileage for us.
You can actually enjoy the view.
Left lane, reservations only.
Lane number 10.
Thanks very much.
2 tickets for Tyson Breland.
And that's easy. Right there.
Oh. I was like, where is that now? Oh, I guess we're going straight down the middle. To the side. I was wrong. Man. Where? Oh, there's some up there. Man, I don't know the last time I was on a ferry I had to drive on. Holy. Oh wait, last year. The cable ferry. I can't believe this is your first like real ferry. There's like a main deck area. You can go out on the deck if you like, which is where we're gonna be because I'll vomit otherwise.
This is so weird. Push.
Bye, Nova Scotia! See you in a little bit. You excited for your first big ferry ride?
It's making me miss the bridge, kind of.
Yeah, weirding you out?
Yes.
That's so funny. We've been on such tinier ferries.
I don't know. I don't know what it is. I'm just like, I don't know about this, guys. Is everybody sure about this?
We'll
You
make-
all look confident. I don't feel confident.
We'll make a maritimer out of you yet.
It is cold out here.
I told you to bring a sweater.
I didn't think it'd be this breezy. And you didn't tell me to. You asked if I would like to. I don't know
I said you should.
what I want or need in unknown situations.
I'm aware of that. We made it. It's pretty smooth seas too. Thank God. Wood Islands. Except there's not really any wood.
Probably was once upon a time when it was named.
Probably. Fun fact, a little over a century ago, we wouldn't be able to have the Airstream here because there were no cars on PEI.
Would have pulled around by hand or with our large team of horses.
Funnily enough, they thought cars were too loud, but they still had a steam train.
I don't know.
What are you excited to see the most?
I have no idea.
The food, always!
Actually, that's a good point.
I know, let's go eat.
Okay.
I've been starving all day because I didn't want to eat before we got on the ferry. It is time to eat food.
Down the hatch.
Yum, yum, yum.
That first location that we had was only 550 square feet. We made magic happen there for three and a half years. But now that we've switched over to just being hand pies, which are handheld savory pies, and the tradition of the Cornish pasty from the UK, but made with all PEI ingredients, PEI butter, local organic heritage grain red Fife flour, all sorts of local meats, obviously PEI potatoes. They're pretty amazing.
No kidding. So you're I want to say classically trained chef, but I don't know if that's the right terminology.
Yeah.
Do you have ties to the UK that made you want to start doing hand pies?
The most hilarious thing is that no, I don't. I started making ham pies thinking they were amazing, started digging more into the history, and while we were building this place or renovating this place, I took off for 2 weeks for a Cornish pasty tour in the UK. I went to 9 different pasty shops and like ate my way through Cornwall.
Don't get their ideas.
That's our next trip. Let's do a show together.
No kidding. Do you have a favorite flavor?
That's the hardest question to answer.
It's like asking a mom how to pick her favorite kid.
It's true. It's very true.
Which is to say there is one, but they don't always say which it is.
I can totally say, just because it's our most traditional hand pie, we make something that's based on the Cornish pasty from the UK, but since we're not in Cornwall, we are not allowed to call it that, so it's the PEI pasty. It's like a beef stew. So local cubed beef, PEI potatoes, of course, a little bit of turnip, garlic, and rosemary. It's like your favorite beef stew in a pie.
So we need to talk about this.
Yes, amazing.
Flavor listing. How do you come up? Oh, taco hand pie! You never had that one before.
It's so good.
Well, the favorite was the braised beef and mozzarella.
Amazing.
But how do you come up with your flavor combinations?
Dude, I mean, my roots are I'm a Red Seal trained chef, kind of worked in fine dining and institutional cooking, kind of all across the board, all across Canada, and flavor combos are something that we never have trouble coming up with new ones. It's keeping them limited to what we do,
true.
because this isn't even all of them. We have a few seasonal varieties that come into play and some sweet pies as well. PEI has so much potential and promise, and obviously tons of land. Our building here is in the middle of farmers' fields. And it used to actually be a Scotiabank building, which was kind of a farmer's bank.
Oh,
and now we've taken it over, and we get ingredients from farmers, and we feed farmers every single day. Being part of this kind of sustainable food network means everything to chefs, and yeah, I just see the next 10 years having PEI grow incredibly strong with our food networks.
No kidding. Oh my god. How hard was it to perfect your pastry recipe?
To what, sorry?
No, I lost my wording. Perfect your pastry recipe.
I mean, it's not really a secret. We have published it in a couple of different magazines, but I think that it's more in the process, in the technique. You know, you can know the ingredients for it, but...
Oh my god, it smells so good.
amazing.
So good. Alright.
And it is so hot that I'm
It is so hot.
Borderline
I don't know if you want to try
nervous.
to do this on camera.
Only pastry. It's so good.
That's the way to go for the first bite, I think. Need to release some of that heat.
That pastry is so good.
Sizzling my fingers.
It's the hot tub all over again.
Uh-huh.
Still all pastry.
How happy are you right now?
I'm very.
Anytime we're involved with some food somewhere, as long as it's good food.
Whoa, she's steaming.
Oh, I know.
I know. I dropped that bit.
I hear you're on some kind of trip now.
A little bit, yeah. We are exploring Atlantic Canada from our cross-country trip with our trailer.
Right on.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you very much.
Great.
It's a heck of a honeymoon.
eh?
I know. Whoa.
So you have talked, obviously, in your whole career about how much you love PEI. You could be anywhere. Why here? Like, specifically in this part of PEI.
In this place at this time, why? Well, I think it's a lot of things, and I think it's just the obvious. This is a heck of a place to be a cook, and that's of course what brought me here years ago. But I've stayed because it's also a heck of a place to be a neighbor, to be a dad, a husband, a business partner, all those things too. So, but at heart, what we do here at Ian, we set out to create an immersive, interactive culinary experience. And we didn't necessarily know what that was 8 years ago, but we sure know what it is now. And we're just here to share some flavors, to have some fun, serve some oysters, enjoy the sun, and learn something. Fiercely learn something. Our team, our staff, but also our guests. That's what we do.
And you do it really well. Sustainability is such a buzzword now, and it's something that we've been talking about as we've downgraded to this smaller space, but we're talking about permanently downgrading and building a much smaller carbon footprint sustainable home. So it's really neat to visit places like this that are so self-contained. What advice would you give to people that want to live more sustainably?
Take one step. I mean,
Exactly. Start the path.
I think part of what stops people from making major change in their lives, is that they feel like they have to do it all or nothing. They have to make a full, complete change, or they make no change. But it does start with something small, and then it inspires you to do more and more and more. It's like us building this place, like people come and they say, wow, this place is incredible, blah, 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 and you have so much, how do you do it? How I couldn't even imagine, where would you start? And I just say, we didn't, like, Rome wasn't built in a day, and we certainly weren't built in a day, and it's just about every day taking steps of growth, right? Growth steps.
It's so neat to see the piles of shells like that. Like, you just don't realize how many it is.
It's absolute mountain.
No, it was cool once we saw the years.
What is a culinary farm?
Great question. Okay, culinary farm, basically in a nutshell, means we do things a little differently than your traditional, conventional, or cultural system. Key for us is to focus more on two criteria: the flavors the ingredients are going to provide us, and the texture we're going to acquire from those ingredients as they're maturing through their different life cycles. So for us, it means growing for chefs, and thus we're focusing on those two criteria more than anything else. It's focusing on the soil production, making sure our soil is healthy and maintains a fantastic natural biome in there, because we want to feed a full array of nutrients into those ingredients as they grow, because ingredient uptake of nutrient, the stronger and more nutrients in those plants and those ingredients, the more flavor you're going to get from it in the long run.
We look forward to sharing the evening with you. We'll get started. We'll get started at 4 o'clock with our farm tour. Farmer Kevin will show you the entire farm, explain to you what a culinary farm is and all of the various systems that make us unique. At 5 o'clock, Farm Tour will deliver you directly to Oyster Rock. I'll see you there, and we will enjoy an hour of flavors out here in our fire garden. All of our live fire hors d'oeuvre stations will be up and running. The oyster bar will be whirling away. The farm bar will be open. We'll have a lot of fun up here for an hour or so. Even our smoked salmon will be going. And then 6 o'clock, we'll gather by our flagpoles. We'll acknowledge where we are. We'll raise our glasses. We'll say thank you. And then we'll break bread. The feast will begin inside. We'll sit at the fireworks, and you'll see the team go through their paces tonight. You'll see us pull off an amazing meal.
Here, when we do our oyster hour outdoors, or I get a chance to come in for the feast and see the guests, it's a complete system for me. I see the growth, I work on the farm, I talk to our chefs, we're always coming up with new concepts for the ingredients and discovering new flavors and textures out of the life cycle harvesting. And then most importantly, I get to see that excitement on the guest's face when they bite into that ingredient and I go, wow, look at that. Like, not only is that something I grew, but I went through our incredible chefs and they manipulate those ingredients just to really showcase them to their full potential. And that feeds the soul. It really is something that's really exciting to do. In terms of the percentage of what comes off our farm, it fluctuates through the entire season. So early season, we're always increasing it every year as we progress further, and I'm 5th year now, and every year we're trying to make that right ratio what comes from our farm larger, of course. I say we open up our doors, 60 to 70% of our veg is coming from us. There's certain things I'm never going to keep up with. I always joke with our chefs, they make mirepoix, which is a standardized celery, carrots, and then onions. Those chefs go through onions and carrots like no tomorrow. This entire farm would be an onion and carrot farm to keep up with them for their stocks. So we do have a producer across the road. We work with Portland Bridge Farm, so we get some ingredients from that.
Culinary is very much our focus here. We're incredibly proud of this farm, and so continuing to level up the farm, all the things that the farm needs. Our biggest plan, though, is to build what we're sort of loosely calling the farmhouse, a new restaurant in the middle of our farm, a small restaurant for perhaps 12 people, new dedicated small fireworks, but just do a new style of cuisine, entirely vegetable focused, more omakase, kaiseki style dining, many multiple courses, super fancy restaurant style, which we see as now a legitimate thing that we can do for a small amount of people because of how this farm of ours has just become so mind-boggling amazing.
Do you love to really create new things every couple of years? You I've nailed this down, so next we're doing this. Yeah.
I've met my match on that score. Yeah, we do. I mean, we're thrilled about this. The Inn has definitely become known as a place where every year
There's something new.
There's something new. There's more energy, and
so we will build more rooms too. I mean, that's what's really good. We're excited for that. The nice thing is we get to close in October, so we get this period, the 6 months that follows is a time for creativity and reevaluation, improvement. It's great because we don't have guests that are wandering around. We're not disrupting their stay, so it's very nice that way. It's just you can dream up anything in that period of time, and dream it up,
see if it'll work, and do it. And that's what we tend to do. It's just like we get an idea and it's like, okay, here we go. Let's figure that out.
Yeah, it's absolutely crazy, but that's part of the fun, you know? What I love about farming is that every day you're doing something new. You're working for Chef Michaels means you're definitely doing something new because he's got new ideas and crazy, well, you can say crazy, but just innovative concepts that you're trying to put, you hear first and go, whoa, you want me to do what? And then you start implementing and go, wow, this is actually fantastic. This is super cool. So, yeah, it's a whirlwind. It always is, but that's farming, right? You're not only dealing with Mother Nature and everything that she throws at you, but you're also dealing with all the nuances of farming in general and working with chefs and everything. So it keeps you vibrant, keeps you having fun, and it's really enjoyable.
We're also one of those restaurants where I promise you, every single thing you eat, we can talk about far longer than it takes you to eat. I promise you. So we've got to strike a balance. We're really excited about what we do here, but we'll find that balance. So for now, I'll just sort of bullet our way through Oyster Hour. We'll get downtown. We've got menus and storybooks and things down there, folks that can explain. It's a little easier. But for now, thanks for trusting us. Thanks for trying every darn thing you possibly can put in your mouth tonight. That's the idea.
Gosh, well, we bought the property down the road, turned it into the Inn at Fortune Bridge, the sister property to the inn. We've built a welcome house. We've created more of an, mini stations in the fire garden. We have the oyster station behind us that you can see here in our old farmhouse. Lord, we've added a new pastry and completely remodeled the original house, you know, and constantly updating rooms, of course. So, yeah, there's a lot going on.
We do, of course, have our laying hens up there as well. We've got 22 laying hens up there. Some of the eggs from that will be supplementing the breakfast course in the morning. And we rotate them around the upper farm. We were going to do it last week, but we're about to move the pigs up there as well. Rotating your animals back onto your fallow land is a crucial key component to regenerative agriculture, folks. You want to have animals being rotated properly and sustainably on your land.
So being located so remotely, does that bring additional challenges to your operation here?
Boy, does it ever.
Well,
Supply chain.
Yeah, for sure. To touch on that, supply chain's been a big one. Luckily, though, as we become more self-sustainable, and because we are so focused locally, we're able to find our ingredients quite effortlessly.
Exactly, yeah. Perfect.
Do you find you're evolving with your needs as you grow? Like, it's like we need a loaded question.
Are we ever?
Oh, true.
Gee whiz, 94 employees all of a sudden. Yeah. And they're not just these nameless, faceless employees. This is our team, our work family, our staff. Every one of them is amazing, but there's 94 of them.
That's huge.
You know?
What did you start with when you originally took over?
I don't know, like 4 or something? I don't know.
It was very small.
That's a staggering difference.
Yeah,
like maybe 15, like really.
Yeah.
It was probably like in the 15, 20 range.
That must be huge though. For rural Atlantic Canada to create 94 jobs, like that has to be huge.
Yeah, we're pretty proud of that. And they're 94 really good jobs. You know, we're on a mission, and our mission is to enjoy our day, every single day, with our team, to give them all the things they need to have a good day today.
So we have a roast carrot taco with a rutabaga slaw and smear, but you come around the corner and we have our hot sauce bar.
Ooh, is this 2 bites or 1 bite?
We'll see.
I'm going for 1.
Okay, 1 bite.
We want to always make this place a fun place to be and to grow and to, raise our kids and have them engaged.
And as we say we, you know, we're also referring to many families that have become a part of the inn.
Yes.
So many families that have moved lock, stock, and barrel, kids and all. They're in school now and become a part of what we do. And we're thrilled about that, you know, and there's a very real community that has been created around what we do, and that's very gratifying for all of us.
Oh my gosh, yes, absolutely.
Do you think you'll have your kids work here as they get older?
They already are
you
working.
kidding?
Of course
Oh,
they
yeah.
are.
And they got to start in housekeeping. I mean, that's,
Yeah,
you gotta do the dirty work.
So our
first.
daughter, Ariella, she's 13, almost 14. She has been working ever since she was 9. Was helping in the garden at one point, and then moved into housekeeping, and has been a really strong member of the team. And as of this year, she has been doing half-time on the farm with Kevin and his team.
Wow.
And then our youngest daughter just turned 10, and she folds towels and cleans bathrooms and the staff bath and all of that. And it's really important for us to teach them the value of money, the value of that this is not just a place that appeared out of nowhere. We all have worked very, very hard, and they have to recognize that they have to work too, and be a part of something bigger than themselves.
Yeah. When it's time to break bread, if you will, at tables like ours in your community with your friends and family, we always mark the moment. We always raise a glass. We always say thank you. And so let's do that. And please allow me to share with you some of the things that we are particularly thankful for here today at the Inn at Bay Fortune. And so we're going to just jump right to number 2, though, on our list, like straight to number 2. The thing that we are the second most thankful for today right here at the Inn at Bay Fortune is actually, well, it's Bubbles. It's Bubbles. It's awesome Bubbles. In fact, if we're going to do this properly, we all need the same bubbles in the same glass, don't we, folks? So let's share. Oh, I better open it, I guess. Woo! There we go.
So this is our farm course, and this course has the absolute most ingredients that we harvest here from our farm. So we have it split into 2, and I'm going to start here with this plate right here in front of me. This is what we call the earth plate, and it is a literal representation of everything we grow from below the ground. So tonight we have 3 different root purees, all 3 of those cooked with a different fire technique. We have a freshly harvested turnip and just a little seedy soil for good measure. The bowl here in front of you is all the different things found above the ground. So we have all the different herbs, shoots, stalks, stems, leaves, buds, fruits, flowers, vegetables, and grains. Just take some salad, just bring it right to your plate, and you get to enjoy it with all the different flavors and textures of the earth. All the flowers in here are edible, all the fruits, everything in that bowl and on that plate is edible. Some are spicy, some are sweet, some taste like absolutely nothing.
Right? You're gonna balance somewhere.
So once you have that on there, basically every single bite is probably going to be different. Do you have any questions?
No, I'm excited to dig in.
Well, thanks, folks. Please enjoy our farm.
Thank you.
This is a piece of art.
I know. But like, look at this salad. This is everything that farmer Kevin showed us come to fruition.
It's pretty cool.
It's incredible.
It's amazing. Like
this is the end result of the work that happens just outside this restaurant.
seeing it all grown and then right to the table.
Amazing.
Perfection.
Yes, this is a 4-step process.
Okay.
4 steps. I already did the first step, the shot.
Okay.
Means you got 3 steps to go. You're gonna slurp, you're gonna chew, and you're gonna swallow. We're talking about oysters, please.
I was gonna say normally I would say, I'm good at that, but
Okay, here we go. Slurp, chew, and swallow. Oh my goodness. The chew, of course, is what kills the oyster.
Oh yeah.